Some of Europe's most alluring autos absolutely never make it to the United States, and the Audi RS4 Avant is probably going to stay one of them. Because of Americans' revulsion towards station wagons, Audi has chosen not to send it here, in spite of the fact that we get parts of it separated between the mechanically comparable RS5 car and the four-barrel A4 Allroad, and A4 Avant that uses a raised suspension and plastic body cladding to cosplay as a hybrid. We incline toward that our station wagons lean more toward race autos as opposed to 4x4 junkies. Consequently, we very much want the new RS4 Avant, which accompanies a brought-down position and an altogether more extensive body than the general A4 Avant. The additional width is underscored by flared bumpers and new front and back fascias, and the auto remains on considerable 265/35R19 or 275/30R20 elastic. The auto we drove rode on the fatter tires. It additionally was fitted with the full RS Dynamic bundle, which incorporates Audi's torque vectoring sport differential, the organization's dynamic steering, and a senator that raises the best speed from 155 to 174 miles per hour. Energy to spare. A twin-turbocharged and intercooled 2.9-liter V6 supplies 450 pull-greatest torque, accessible from 1900 to 5000 revolutions per minute, is 443 pounds-to-foot. That snort is diverted to each of the four wheels through a ZF8 speed-programmed, a transmission that works with such cheerful readiness that numerous drivers may mix up it for a double-grip gearbox. The V6 was co-created with Porsche, yet under Audi's administration, and shows little turbo slack, while it discharges a somewhat quieted, forceful snarl. That sound is falsely upgraded in dynamic mode, however even so it's really persuading. While the blown 6 still can't coordinate the past model's normally suctioned V8 Thunder, will readily take the littler motor's execution puts on and lessened weight. Audi says the dash from 0 to 62 miles per hour takes an insignificant 4.1 seconds, which is nearly as snappy as the organization's claim for the two-entryway RS5. The V6 never appears to come up short on power, and quickening is tireless well into the triple digits. This is supercar execution, like however less uproarious than the 8-barrel Mercedes-AMG C63. Exact handling. Its moves are exact, relatively clinical. On the uneven streets in the Sierra Nevada north of Malaga, Spain, we observed the directing to be pleasantly weighted and well sharpened sharp, and the sport differential helps put the auto in corners splendidly. As far as possible are ultra-high, and it is anything but difficult to counter any understeer with the throttle and a touch of load exchange. The all-wheel drive framework's torque appropriation is raise one-sided yet factor. In the same way as other current execution autos, the RS4 offers drivers a lot of flexibility. We exchanged the dynamic driving mode for the individual setting to choose a milder suspension tune and lighter controlling while at the same time keeping the powertrain and the differential in their most forceful tune. What's more, we like the sport setting of the security control framework. It enables you to direct a bit with the gas pedal without completely evacuating the electronic well-being net. While this quick Audi likewise can go about as a roomy and rich cruiser, it neglects to completely cover its stunning qualities when driven serenely. Indeed, even in comfort mode, the motor is plainly discernible and throttle reaction is immediate, if not exactly as hair trigger as in dynamic mode. The driver and the front traveler sit serenely and Don situates that fit cozily without influencing you to feel porcine. Our auto was fitted with Audi's 12.3-inch virtual cockpit TFT instrument bunch. This adaptable screen can call up a colossal guide up front, with the speedometer and tach moving into the corners, or put a huge tachometer at the inside and consign less valuable data, for example, the gimmicky power and torque markers, off to the sides. Audi's MMI infotainment framework is almost faultless and moderately fast. Truth be told, this might be the most refined infotainment bundle in its class. The Mercedes-AMG C63 may approach, however the BMW M3 and the Cadillac ATS-V trail a long ways behind. In Europe, the Audi RS4 Avant is about $1,350 less expensive than a RS5 car. Given the decision, we would be enticed to go for the more flexible wagon. Unfortunately, in America, we don't get that decision. Be that as it may, we will, in any event, get a bargain as the RS5 Sportback, which ought to arrive not long from now.